welcome back to Let's Talk Nights. I've had taken a little break from Let's Talk Nights just for some stuff in my life and stuff. It isn't that important, but I think we should just get into the stories of today. That we are back, we are ready. It is time for the playoffs. I'm sure we're all very excited for the playoffs. I certainly am as a Leeds United fan because this is my first experience of the playoffs. Like, I'm sure a lot of other clubs have had this experience before, but for me personally, I'm really excited. We have all the groups out now. We did lose to the Sheffield Steel Dogs, which is a disappointing result. But when you've got so many players out, either playing with different clubs or you've got injuries, or well done to Archie Hazeltine as well. He's playing for the under-18 England team. Like, there's not much you can do there. You've just got to go with what you've got. And unfortunately, we did lose to 2-0 to the Steel Dogs. But anyway, we're going to move on now. It's playoff time. It's exciting. We're moving on from the regular season. It's been emotional. It's been high. We've had some drama. We haven't had so much drama. We've had good times. We've had low times. But anyway, let's get into the groups. So our group, we have Telford Tigers. We've got us. And then we have the MK Lightning and the Bees Ice Hockey Club. Which, at first, I was thinking this group looks a bit more deadly than the other group, which we'll go into now. So we'll go Group B, for example, is Swindon Wildcats, Sheffield Steel Dogs, Peterborough Phantoms, and the Basingstoke Bisons, which is all exciting to me. I don't feel like the groups are that much different. When I first read the group, I was like, oh, I want to be in another group, but I'm thinking, like, Swindon are back on form a little bit. You've got the Steel Dogs, it's always a decent opponent, as we saw the other day. You've got Peterborough Phantoms, that we always seem to have a great game against. They're always tight games. And the Bisons, we do sometimes struggle against the Bisons, so I think that is a really tricky group. But in our group, we've got Telford, which are probably favourites to win the whole of the playoffs, I would say. Then you've got us, which I'm not sure how we're going to do with the people that we're missing. Hopefully we get some people back. And we've got the Lightning, which again, is very tight games against the Lightning. It's never easy. And then we've got the Bees, which they can cause upsets, as we know. That's why they're in there instead of the Raiders, for example. The Bees are just that slightly better competitiveness in their side. So I think what I'm going to do this playoff journey is I'm going to be doing playoff updates, for example. So every game that we play in the playoffs, I will do a review straight after the game, or I will do it at night. I'm going to do it that way, and I might just do some of the other games around the playoffs as well. Go through a couple of games, etc., how they're all going in each group and how it's shaping up for when everyone goes to commentary at that time, the last four. Which is all interesting times in the hockey world, especially in this division. I think it's the most exciting division there is at the minute. I've noticed a lot of even the elite hockey sides are taking some of the players from our division. They're literally taking the players thinking, oh, they've actually had really good seasons, we're going to actually have them back, you know. So what can you do on that? Especially from a Leeds United side, that's what I've seen. A lot of lone players are going back. And we've had so many players playing well. Hazeltine's a really one that we will be missing a lot, but he's with England, so what can you do? You know, Great Britain, should I say, under 18s. There's nothing we can do there. We just have to play with what we've got. We've still got Brown, we've still got Davis, and we've still got Barnes, so we've just got to keep playing the way we're playing and just try and fill the gaps as much as we can with what we've got. But I'm going to get into this game anyway. I'm going to get into the MK Lightning game that we've got this weekend, away and at home at the Castle. So the MK Lightning are a good side, but at the minute they have lost a couple of games. But if I say they were against Telford both times, which they expected to beat Telford, I mean, they were heavy defeats. Does that put your mind in a bad place for the playoffs? Probably. We're not in as good form as they were earlier in the season, which potentially we can capitalise on that. But again, I don't think we're as good as we were earlier in the season. I think we were 10 times better a month ago. But then we had a full team, a full squad of players and depth there to play with. You know, you can just have... He has been playing really well. He was injured or wherever he was, I don't know. But he couldn't play last weekend. You're missing him. You're missing these guys. Kennedy couldn't play. You're just missing a load of key players for our team at the minute, which help us progress as a team. But with the Lightning, you've got Chamberlain, you've got Norris, Talbot, Pizzo. And you've got so many good little players that can cause problems for us. And I believe that we can beat the MK Lightning, but it'll be a shift. We'll have to put a real big shift in to beat the MK Lightning. And as much as I feel like we can beat them. I don't know. It's our first time in the playoffs as like a competitive side, should I say? Like before, we've not been in the playoffs before. This is like the first time the Leeds Knights have ever been in this situation. The MK Lightning have had this situation before. And this is where it comes down to. Is it going to come down to the experience or the hunger and desire to go and get that playoff wins against the MK Lightning? Because I'm sure at home the MK Lightning are going to be up for it. But then they've got to come to our place and we've got to be really up for it as well. Which I'm sure we're going to get a sellout crowd as we always do. We've just got to put our full effort and commitment in like we did earlier in the season. We've got to get back to that where we're winning, where we're trying to put 7 or 8 past the team, for example. Like we put 8 past Swindon and many more teams this season. Like I think we might even put 8 past MK Lightning. I could be wrong on that. Don't say if I am. I think we did put. It was one of them teams. It was either Peterborough or MK. We put 8 past them as well. So these teams are good. All these teams in the playoffs are good. I've been looking into it and I've been thinking, you look at the division table and stuff, and through the season you're like, are they good? When you look at the top 6 teams, they're all anyone can beat each other any day. It's not a drawn conclusion who's going to win. Because if you're looking in other groups, for example, you're looking in Swindon's group, Sheffield can beat Swindon on the day, Peterborough can beat Sheffield. It's anyone's game. That's what I'm going to love about the playoffs. It's all about the desire, the hunger, and who wants it more. I'm so excited. But the Leeds Knights have just got to put the shift in. That's the only thing I can say on this. Kieran Brown's got to be putting them performances in. He's got to be getting the assists. He's got to be scoring the goals. He's got to be having Barnes and Matty Davis wanting this more than ever. We just need the team to gel more than they've ever gelled before. Because we will have players missing and players will get injured in this playoff series. We can't be saying that players ain't going to get injured, because that's just a lie. Because we are going to get injured, because people are going to be going full throttle. There's going to be fights. It's going to be all sorts, because the teams want to get to this Final Four weekend. All the teams in these playoffs have fought to be there, and they deserve to have that chance. And this is what the playoffs is all about: the chance to get to prove yourself, to get to that last one. Say we're the last 4 best teams in this division. So yeah, I think that's about it for now. But like I say, what I'm going to be doing is every game. So for example, this weekend, the MK Lightning game. After the first one, I will do a little match review on how I think that went. Then when we play at home, I will do a match review on that, see how that goes. And then we'll just go from there. And then when we play the Bees next weekend, we'll do that. And then when we play Talford, we'll do them ones as well. So I'm very excited, as I've said a couple of times. But playoffs is an unusual thing for me in world of sport. It's normally an American thing, but I find them exciting. So yeah, if you've got any comments, put them down below. How do you think the playoffs are going to go? Do you think we have a good chance of getting to that top 4? I certainly do. And yeah, I hope you can catch me again on Let's Talk Knights, and hopefully you can catch me with the first playoff win.